Welcome back to Whisper Studio, where stories never sleep. Before we begin, take a deep breath, settle in, and if you haven't yet, subscribe, like, and tell us where you're listening from. The house was small, dimly lit, and smelled faintly of lavender and old wood. Leon, the Mafia boss everyone feared, stood frozen in the doorway, staring at the trembling woman before him. Her name was Elena. Her hands clutched the edge of her robe, her eyes glistening with tears that refused to fall. I didn't know who else to call, she whispered. Her voice was thin, cracked, desperate. Leon's jaw tightened. He had received hundreds of calls in his life, some begging for mercy, some offering betrayal, but never one like this. Never from a woman whose voice made his heart ache instead of his instincts sharpen. He stepped inside. The floor creaked beneath his polished shoes. A child's toy car lay by the doorway, a small red one, broken on one side. Elena noticed his gaze and muttered, "My son, he's asleep. Please, don't wake him." Leon said nothing. He scanned the room, the faded curtains, the flickering lamp, the small photograph on the table. A woman smiling beside a man, the man's face scratched out. Something inside Leon stirred. He knew that look, the face of someone who had erased a past they were still running from. "I thought you were someone else," he finally said, voice low, calm but cold. Elena nodded slowly. "I know. I called the wrong number." Silence hung heavy between them. Only the ticking clock and the rain tapping against the window filled the air. Then she added softly, "But you still came." Leon looked at her, puzzled. "I don't answer calls. I end them." "Then why did you come tonight?" she asked, tears finally falling. He didn't have an answer. Something had pulled him there, a feeling he couldn't name. Maybe curiosity, maybe fate. Suddenly, a loud crash shattered the moment. Glass splintered. The window behind her broke. Leon's instincts kicked in. He pulled her down just in time as a bullet sliced through the curtain. He turned off the light, grabbed the pistol from his coat, and whispered sharply, "Stay quiet." Elena gasped, covering her mouth. Her whole body trembled. Outside, the faint growl of a car engine faded into the distance. Leon crawled to the window, scanning the street. Dark, empty. But he knew someone had followed him. He turned back to her, voice a low growl. "Who else knows you live here?" "No one," she whispered, shaking. "Please believe me, I just called for help. My son, someone's been watching us for days." Leon's gaze softened. He could see it now. Fear not just of him, but of something else, something real. He lowered his weapon. "Pack a bag," he said. "You can't stay here tonight." Elena's eyes widened. "What? I don't even know you." "You called me," he interrupted. "Now I'm here, and someone out there wants you dead." As she rushed to the bedroom, Leon's phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "You shouldn't have gone there, Leon. She's not what you think." His stomach dropped. He'd spent years in the underworld, reading between threats and lies, and that message wasn't random. It meant someone knew exactly where he was. He slipped the phone back into his pocket just as Elena returned with her son, no older than 6, fast asleep in her arms. "Please," she said, her voice trembling. "Don't hurt us." Leon looked at the boy's peaceful face. For a moment, the coldness in his eyes faded. "I'm not here to hurt you," he murmured. "But someone else will if we stay." They stepped out into the rain, her bare feet splashing in puddles as she clung to her child. Leon opened the back door of his black car, the same car that had seen more blood than mercy. As they drove through the empty streets, she whispered, "Why are you helping us?" Leon kept his eyes on the road. "Because I once made a call like yours, and nobody came." The road stretched ahead, dark and endless. Elena watched the raindrops trail down the window, whispering prayers under her breath. In that moment, Leon realized something dangerous. He wasn't just protecting her. He was protecting a version of himself he thought had died long ago. And as thunder rolled across the sky, he knew this was no accident. This was a setup, a trap disguised as fate. That was episode 2, The Room Where Time Stopped. If you felt the tension, the emotion, the mystery, hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and tell us from which country you're listening tonight. And don't forget, subscribe to WhisperSleepStudio for episode 3, The Man in the Photograph.